Hi everyone and welcome in a new video. As we all know, SQL uses tables to store and manage data. Table in a SQL Server is a combination of rows and columns. So in order to create a table, we have to use SQL create table statement. The syntax for the SQL Server create table is the following one. So as you can see here, let's zoom. Okay, we will start with create table. And with mentioning the table name, the name of the first column, the type, the data type, with mentioning also the size and specifying if it's null or it's not null. Okay, let's copy the first one. Okay, so let's talk one by one. The table name. So if you write the already existing table name, it will throw an error. The column name, unique column names required for this table and for all the tables in the SQL Server will hold. For example, int, money, var, inchar, and date. The size is the data types like varchar and varchar char expects the size. So please provide valid number here in this place. So null or not null. If you select the null option, then colon will accept both normal values and the null values. Otherwise, it will throw an error saying colon should not be empty. Okay, so we will make a change here. So we will not keep it in this way. Now we understand each. For example, here let's set store. Okay, this one let's set store key, for example. Let's type it in this way. Okay, store key. The data type, we will put it int, and we will specify that it's not null. So store key. Okay, name. Obviously, it's the name of the store. let's put it. Let's make some changes. Okay, it's null, and the data type is for char. Okay, and the size, for example, 200. Okay, the third column, let's set, for example, date of purchase, for example. Okay, so it's with the data type is date, and let's specify null, for example. So email address of each store. Let's copy from this. Let's put it as varchar 200, and it's null. Okay, so as you can see here, we have create syntax of create table with the name store. Let's execute. So as you can see here, the command is executed successfully. As you can see, the newly created table in SQL Server Object Explorer. So from the above SQL Server create table code, you can observe that we declared here, as you can see here, 4 columns. The first column is store key of integer data type, and it will not allow not null values. So the name of name column belongs to varchar data type, and it allows null values. We also assign it the size to 200. It means both the columns will accept up to 200 characters, and the third column is that of purchase of the product, and allows nulls, and the data type is date. Okay, so and the this column should allow us to enter data values only. And the last one, the fourth one, is email address, and is belong to n varchar data type, and it will allow null values. Okay, so now let's check if the table this new table exists or no in this database. So let's click on refresh button. You can also click on F5. Let's go to the tables. We can do a filter. So as you can see here, the name of the table is store. So let's apply our filter. So as you can see here, we have 2 tables. This the one that we are created, and this is one that include the store the store the store word in its name. Okay, so as I said, as a type as a tip type, if you didn't find the newly created table, please click on the refresh button in Object Explorer. Okay, this one, or click on F5. Okay, so we are going now to create a table with identity column. So in the next example, we create a table with identity column in SQL Server. For this, we define the store key column as identity column. This will auto generate numbers starting with 1 and incremented by 1. This is optional. If you want, you can remove identity 1 portion completely. Okay, so we are going to to create a new table. So with the name store1, and this one is will be not just uh, a normal column, but it will be primary key, not a primary key, I'm sorry, uh, identity column. Okay, so let's add the syntax identity 1 Okay, so let's click on execute. The command completed successfully. Okay, so let's make a refresh. So as you can see here, we have our new table created successfully, store1. Okay, this one. Okay, so let's create now a table with a primary key. Okay, so how to create a table in SQL Server with primary key column? We just add the primary keyword to our store key. Okay, now let's create a new query. Let's paste this one. We will create a new table store 2. Okay, so after not null, we will add the word primary key. Okay, I believe that we can add as, but it's no, we can't add. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So only primary key. Let's execute. So the command created successfully. Okay, so now let's refresh. Okay, okay, so as you can see here, we have primary key, which is with the name store key. Okay, primary key int not null, identity int 1 Okay, so let's create now table with all constraints. So how to create table in SQL Server with identity column, primary key column, unique column, and check constraint. So I'm just suggesting to refer to primary key, unique key, default constraint, and check constraint articles. So we will see now. We will make a constraint. Let's create a constraint. So uh, on the name, okay. Constraint. Let's name it with this name. Okay, check. Name like A A. Okay. What do you think? Okay, let's click. So, I'm sorry. We already have the store too, as you can see, as a name of another table. So let's create a new table with the name store3. Okay, so as you can see here, the comment completed successfully. So let's make a refresh to see. Okay, this one. Let's expand this one and let's see the constraints. Let's create, as you can see here. You see, this is our constraint that we made. Okay. So let's now create a create table from another table. So it provides select into statement to create a table using an existing table along with data, if any. So the data that we are going to use. Okay. So okay, so let's delete the filter. Let's now choose this one, this query select. Okay, let's move top 1000. Okay, select into, let's let's copy this one, department example. Okay, let's execute. Okay, let's now apply the filter. Let me refresh in the first place and let me apply the filter on the name of the table. So as you can see here, we have only one. So as you can see here, we have 16 lines, rows from the department. Okay. So to create a new table, you can also click on tables, expand the objects explorer. Okay. And let's expand the databases and choose the tables, new table, and it will, okay. So you can now create the a table with specific once you select the table option, the following window will be opened to type the column name, data type, and checkbox to decide whatever the column allows null values or not. So as you can see here, let's set, for example, name type, let's set and varchar not max, for example, 2000s. The other one is, let's make it store, sorry, store key. It's obviously int. Okay, it should be here. Yeah. So it's not null. So as you can see here, authorize the null values. It's deactivated. You can do that. Okay. And that's all. Okay. You can uh, continue uh, with typing the other columns name and specifying the type, data type, and specifying if the value are allowing the null or no. Okay. So as you can see here, so if we want to specify if it's identity or not, so uh, I'm going to show you how to add an identity column to already created table using Management Studio. First, select the column and go to column properties tab. So is if it's identity or not. So in this case, it's not, but we will change it to yes. And okay. So once you finish creating the table, please click on the Save button and rename the table name. So the table, let's make it store example this time. Okay, let's copy this one before click OK. Okay, so let's filter. I'm refreshing and now I'm filtering with the name of the last uh, table that we created. Okay, so as you can see here, let's generate script create 2. As you can see here, store key is int identity int 11, not null. Okay. Okay. You can use insert to insert data in the tables, in the empty tables that we already created. Okay. So that's all for this video. I hope that you enjoy it. Comment comment with your feedback, what you want to see and what you want to see in next videos. I hope that you enjoyed this one. Please don't forget to click on the like button, notification button, and subscribe button. And see you in next videos, and bye. Okay, see you.